last but not least, put the purple in for a little longer. The pink on the white. I'll be honest, I think this is my favorite. It's so trippy. It almost looks like a brain kind of thing to me.
Painting at home with a file in hand, blinging up tipsy, got the sleuthing planned. Nails by Misty, I craft and I slay, with true crime tales while we polish all day. Charms, chrome killers and glue, DIY nails with a crime-loving crew.
Hi everyone, it's T. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you coming and spending a little time with me and hanging out today. We are going to play with something new that I have gotten that I didn't get a chance to play with yet. I did haul it very briefly on my Saracen haul video, but I didn't even open any of these, anything like that. And I've decided that, you know what we need to do? Not only do we need to haul these, look at these, we need to play with them and check them out. So I am going to use some of these short gel tips that I have that I do not use anymore. They're not for me. They were for when I did press-ons, and I don't do press-ons anymore. So we're going to use 3 of those. We're going to use my lovely stands here. This is my stand I got from Fifi's Faffing Nails. Stacy made me this stand, and this is a Devil Wears Press-On stand, and this is my Blanc one. I got that from Sweetie a while ago. So if anyone has been on Instagram lately, you've been seeing all of these incredible videos with this stuff where it looks like almost they put down a base of color and then they take a stick and they kind of write in it, and it kind of like spreads out and makes these cool designs, right? Where the color sort of pulls away in some areas. So I was on Saracen about a month ago, and I originally saw some of this kind of product probably like 3 months ago. I saw it on a creators, I think it was their Instagram, and they're from Thailand. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell is that? It was not this brand. This brand is by Mostive. Mostive? Yes, I think it's Mostive. And it had like something like 20 colors or something like that. But you couldn't get it anywhere but in Thailand at the time. I think you can, actually I take that back. I know you can get that specific one now on Saracen. I don't know if it's offered anywhere else, but I do have a Saracen ambassador code. I am an ambassador for Saracen, and I have a code. My code is MISTE, M-I-S-T-E, and it will save you 10%. So please, 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 if you choose to go to Saracen and order something, please use my code. I really, really appreciate it. It helps support my channel, and I just would be utterly grateful. So anyways, as I said, I was saying, I saw it about 3 months ago. I'd been showing it to some people, and I was like, oh my gosh, where can we get this stuff? Nobody kind of knew. And then I found this on Saracen. I found it a month ago on Saracen. So I've had this for a month. I've been holding on to it. I'm mad at myself that I've been holding on to it for that long, to be truthful with you. It's called Hide and Seek Gel. So it's Color Gel Pro. This is the Hide, and this is the Seek. So we're going to go ahead and open these so that we can see what all of the colors look like. There are 10 colors in this collection. You can buy them as a 5-color collection, so you don't need to buy Hide and Seek. You can buy Hide or Seek if you want to. And so, oh, how cute. This is the swatching card. All right, that's adorable. I had no idea that that was even there. That is so freaking cute. Let's get these out. And, oh, interesting. This one does not have a label on it. I'm not sure which one that is supposed to be. So I'm assuming the numbers are on here somewhere. So let's see. Can we see a number on here that is any different than this number? No. So we will have to look at the website to see what that specific one was. It looks like they honestly put the sticker on. Oh, wait, no. It's on there. It's just really hard to see. I don't know if you can tell. It's white. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that at all because it is hard as hell to see. Yes, this one's white. Wow. Okay, that was hard to see. So that's those three. And then we'll pull out, or sorry, those five. And then we'll pull out these five. So these are the colors that we have. I'm not sure the number order because, to be truthful with you, I don't see a number. So I will have to check the Saracen website and figure out specifically which one is which, but we will go with just calling the colors what they are currently. Oh, that's kind of nice. When it clicks closed really nicely. So again, like I said, you get 10 colors. There looks to be a white, a yellow, a pink, a purple, a very pink, a light pink, a red, a brown, a black, a gray, and a green. So I'm going to grab my box cutter. 1 second, I'll be right back. And yes, it was literally laying right here. Oh my goodness, sometimes I wonder. Okay, so I'm going to start just right here with the green. And we're going to open it up and take a look. I'm super excited to play with these. I feel like when I saw the first video, I sent it to Stacy from Fifi Faffing's Nails, and I was like, what is this and where can we get it? And she had never seen it either. So yeah, when I saw this on Saracen, ooh, it is very thick. I think I'm going to have to, ooh, look at that. So the lids do come off fairly easily, which I'm surprised at. As we know, that is not the norm with the lids on things. Usually it's such a pain to get the stuff off, it's ridiculous. But I just want to wipe that little bit off real quick. Okay. So here's our green. And let's grab an orange stick really quickly so I can kind of give you an idea of how thick this is. So it's got like a nice pull to it. And it like beads up on the end of this orange stick quite nicely. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I've moved my camera and my lighting around a little bit, so I need to figure that out. I do like where the camera is on the lighting. I just feel like I need to adjust the lighting just a little bit. So that is the green. I like that they click closed. And now it comes with, this is the base, the clear base that you need to put on the nails before you do the hide and seek gel. So let's see if we can just get this open without, oh gosh, yeah, that was so simple. I am used to struggling. Look at that silver. Okay, so I thought it was gray. It is silver. And wow, look at that. Whew, look at that color. Let's go ahead and get rid of our lid. So yeah, so I thought it was gray. It is actually silver, like super crazy silver. Let's get our lid on the correct way. We don't want to waste any of this, that is for sure. This was 55,000 won on Saracen, which works out to be roughly 40 bucks, I think, US. So, and we've got a black one here. Take our lid off and look at this black. Oh my gosh. Wait, that looks blue. I think it just needs to be mixed. but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be black. Now I'm confused. Is it blue? Is it black? I just don't know. I think it's black, and I think it just needed to be mixed. But it is nice and thick. I mean, look how thick that is. Yeah, it's black. It was just, it's got a blue base to this black. That was trippy looking though, wasn't it? I was like, I'm confused. So, let's put this. I do not want to make a mess. So we're just going to set these to the side. Okay. So that's our black. So we have green, silver, black. Pretty sure this is brown. I think it's brown. Let's check it out, shall we? Yes. Oh. So that is definitely I feel like it's a much warmer brown than some browns. It does need to be mixed up because I can see it's got a little bit of color separation. There's a little bit of orange color separation. So we're just going to grab a stick again and stir it up so we can get a good idea of what that brown would really look like. Oh, that's light. So all I'm doing is mixing it up because there's a little bit of separation of like an orange base that it has. So, like I said, I've had these sitting for a month, so I'm not shocked that there's a little bit of color separation. I am very excited to try them all out though. I do think I'm going to pause the video for a second and adjust the lighting one little bit. Okay, so we have our next one, which I'm pretty sure is red. 99% sure it's red, but who knows, right? I could be wrong. I thought that gray was, the silver was gray, so, but yes. We have a beautiful red. Look at that. That is really pretty. We are going to, like I said, try these all out. I don't know that I will try all of them, but I am going to definitely try a few of these out on nails and see how this stuff works, right? Because this is just, ooh, that's a pretty pink. This is just such interesting stuff. I mean, oh, look at that. So, Lori, my best friend, I went to the doctor earlier today, and I was leaving the doctor's office not paying attention at all when I was walking out, and I was looking at my phone, looking down, and I walked into a freaking glass wall right next to the glass door, mind you. But yeah, so she was just responding to that. I texted her and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I just did that. But then, of course, she actually knows me. So she's probably like, I completely can believe you did that. So this is a really pretty purple. Okay. And I'm assuming we have a very nice bright pink here. Oh. Oh, look at that pink. Ah. That is beautiful. I mean, come on. I am definitely going to need to figure out a little bit, change my lighting around just a smudge more, I think, and figure it all out. Because, yeah, I don't like that you can't see that it's reflecting off of this. But now, mind you, I don't do pots often, so that's probably part of it. I don't want to lose any of it. There was a bunch of yellow on that lid. Look at that. That's so pretty. And then last but not least is our white when I said that, oh gosh, I don't know what, but for some reason I can't see. Yeah, it's a white label. So it's hard to see. But here is our white. Super excited. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a base color, and I think I'm going to do, I'm going to grab our 3 nails here. We do need to put some sticky on them because we have no stick on them, and it's going to be a little hard to test this out if we don't put our little tabbies on. So let me grab some tabs. Got stuck to some tabs there. All right, so let's wipe this off so we don't get any of this on our skin. We do not want it on our skin. So let's wipe that off. Okay, so we have, again, this is my nail stand from Stacy at Fifi Fapping Nails. And I got this one from Tamara, Devil Wears Press-Ons. I think her website opened back up the other day. She's doing very limited stuff now. I didn't order anything this time. I'm going to wait and get myself something special for my birthday. So my birthday is in January, so we're gonna wait till January to do any more purchases from her because I want a little cray cray. I have quite a few of her stands. I love her to death. But let's be honest, you can only use so many. I do find them to be, like, I call them functional nail art because honestly, I feel like they are truly art and they make me happy when I look at them, right? In the grand scheme of things, it makes me happy. I'm super happy about it. I don't, I'm not out there doing anything crazy. I'm just playing with nails and having a good time with my nail stands. Okay, so we're gonna do very small nails, just while I kind of get used to this and figure out how this works. We're going to try 3 different nails. I'm going to put a base, I don't know, what should we do? Just maybe a base of 1 second. So sorry, that was the doctor's office. Calling back. I just had my physical today, so no big deal. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 nails, a black base. Or maybe I should do a white base. I'll do a white base on 1 nail, a black base on 1 nail, and a nude base on 1 nail. How's that? Let me grab a nude really quick. Okay, so we're going to use, oh, I have a thing stuck to me. We're going to use this leave. It is LVS 35 for our nude base. So we're going to try a nude base on our first nail. And these leaf polishes, oh, can I tell you, they are so yummy. I was gifted these by the sweet Leslie. She is the owner of Pretty Yaputa, which is a Belgium-based nail supply company. And she is just the sweetest, kindest lady. I can definitely tell you that. And I purchased the Dive collection, which is actually what I have on my hands right now. These nails here from her. And she was so sweet and so kind and sent me some thank yous for helping out with the Lip Smacking Nails live and things like that. So it was super sweet of her. And she sent me some of those leaf polishes and they are to die for. Oh my gosh. I mean, first of all, hello? Right? I know. Okay, we're going to use a Model 1. Oh, not that one. That is not what I thought that was. We're going to use a Model 1 white. And this is a very, very, creamy white. So that nude was a syrup gel. This is a cream. So we're going to get a different idea on what it looks like on top of a cream and on top of a syrup. So I'm just going to put a nice thin coat on here. We will also possibly I'm trying to think. Will we do a second coat? Depends on how smooth it looks once we let it sit for a moment. So we have our nude. We're going to let that white sit for a sec. And then we're going to use this Vinalisa 1120. It's my go-to black. I have been using Vinalisa for a while. I have loved their top coat. But it's a nice pigmented black, and you know, it's not super expensive. And when you go through a lot of black, when you're going, like if you're doing a lot of cat eyes and things like that, it's really nice for something like that. I think I pay like, honestly, like $5 a bottle from Amazon. And look at that. One coat coverage. It's really nice. Really, really nice. I'm going to give that 60 seconds. It is so pigmented. You want to make sure to cure that completely. I'm looking at this white, and I'm going to actually try to take some polish off of my brush because I just feel like it's a little too thick. And go, there we go. I feel like that's slightly better. Yeah, I felt like that was, the polish itself was getting, it was just, it felt a little too thick for me. Okay, so we've got our nude here, and you know what? Let's put another coat of the nude on. Since it is a syrup gel, it is obviously on the transparent side. So we're gonna do 2 coats of this. And then we will put this in the lamp to cure all the way. We're gonna grab that black, and from what I understand, from reading the instructions and asking some questions on this. Look at that black. Oof, so yummy. I'm gonna let that cure. You put a nice coat of this on, right? So you're gonna take a coat of this, which is, they're calling it their hide and seek clear gel. We're going to put a nice coat of this on. And I'm not going to try to write any fancy words or do anything crazy like that, right? Because from what I understand, you put this on, you cure it for, depending on your lamp, 45 to 60 seconds. And then we use our hide and seek gels on top of this. So I'm just putting a nice coat of this. It's a little on the thick side, I will say. I'm gonna let that settle. So we've got our nude as well, our white that we're probably gonna put another coat on. And we're gonna put this in, we're gonna do 30 seconds to start while we get this extra, not extra, but the second coat of white on. Like I said, this is a Model 1 white. It's 0555. It's just the basic cream white that did not come into focus at all. I realize that, sorry about that. It's a basic cream white, nothing crazy about it. It is just one of those staples. When you go through a lot of white, I feel like I like to use something that I can easily get that doesn't cost an arm and a leg for like staple colors like this. My whites, my blacks, that kind of thing. I don't do a lot of red. But, all right, so that has been in for 30 seconds. It's crazy shiny. And we're going to, on this black, I really want to use this silver. I think it's going to be really cool. So we're going to grab a brush out, make sure our brush is ready to go and prepped. I'm going to open up my silver. And from what I understand, we're trying this together, folks. So we're going to see. That silver just looks so dope in there. Look at it. Ah. I'm just stirring it up a little bit. It is, like I said, it's nice and thick. So I'm just stirring it a little bit, and I'm going to, with this one, I'm just going to go over the top right here. Right, so I'm going to give it a nice coat of this. From what I understand, a nice even coat is what we're looking for. Nothing crazy. Right, so we've got our nice even coat. And I can actually see it trying to do it already. That is so freaking cool. So, let me get my brush here. And we're going to grab an orange stick. And we're going to draw a pattern in here. So we're just going to kind of like I would say that I feel like a dotting tool almost might be better for this, to draw the little, like, because I feel like you need to make sure to almost remove a little bit. So let me grab a dotting tool and see how well that works, okay? I feel like I don't have enough control with that little wooden stick. It's probably me, but I can see it doing it already. I mean, look at this. So if I use a dotting tool, I feel like I have a little bit more control. It's larger. I can do stuff with it. But do you see what we're starting to get? It starts to pull away and you get these crazy like patterns in the silver. Now I'm going to kind of what I call, I'm going to like reactivate it basically. I want to make sure I get a nice coat on this. Nice even coat. And then I want to try to draw something like a flower. Let's try to do a basic flower, shall we? Oh, or maybe a basic heart. But we're going to, you know what? Let's do a flower. So we're going to do a little circle in the middle. And then we're going to kind of come out and come out and come out. And I know, come out. I know you're shocked that I said that one more time, aren't you? And then one more time, our last one, which was a little off, but now we're gonna let that sit. So this is the other thing that I think I've noticed is that once you do it, right, now you need to let it sit for a second and do its thing. So while that's doing that, let's close our white. Let's pull our white out and let's put a coat. That is so crazy how that's working. I hope you can see it. I might have to zoom the camera in. So I'm going to put a coat on here. As soon as I feel that is to where I want it to be, I am going to put that in the lamp so it stops moving. So I'm putting this all over this white nail, nice and even, right? And I think we're to the point we want that to stop on this nail. So we're going to put that in and let that cure. Again, 30 seconds. We're going to go. Let's close the lid on this because we did our silver. So we tried silver. On the white, I feel like I want to try something. I'm not sure. What should we do on the white? I think maybe that pink. I think that pink would look really cool on that white. So let's grab this bright pink. Put our lid on. Now on this white one, I'm wondering, I did see somebody, I'm trying to remember who it was. Oh, actually, I think it was Born Pretty, because Born Pretty has come out with something like this. It's called Poke Gel. I do have some of that, and I will be hauling that and reviewing that for you all so I can give you a nice comparison with this video. I do not know if the Born Pretty has been released in the US yet. I will tell you, I don't know. But they said to just give it a little bit of a buff on the edges so it doesn't pull away. And I think what they're talking about is how it pulled away on this nail around the edges there. But I still think that looks cool as hell. I mean, wow. All right. So I barely touched that with a file. I can't honestly say that I gave it a buff at all like it said to do, but we're going to try this pink, which is, I mean, look at that pink. Ugh. We're going to put it on the white. So I'm just going to give it a nice coat. Picked up a little bit more. I don't know if maybe last time I didn't have enough gel. Didn't want to put too much on, so I kind of went thin on that last one. I'm going a little thicker on this one to see if that helps any and how that affects our design. Also, I would say to be careful. Like, I don't know if careful is the word I want to use. Delicate when you're putting it on, right? So this one, we're going to do a pink heart. I feel like I had some silver left on my dotting tool. I thought I wiped it off, but apparently I didn't because I have a little bit of silver right here. Now, we're going to redo that because of the fact, like I was saying, I had a little bit of silver, I think, on my dotting tool. I also think this would be something that would be really cool if you did not do it on the whole nail, like didn't cover the whole nail in it, right? So I'm going to put it down and we're going to do a heart. Okay, that is the strangest looking heart I've ever seen. Let's try that one more time. I feel like my heart just went craptastically wrong on me. Like, that's not a heart. Oh, you know what I think would probably be even easier to draw on with these, but I don't know if I have one at the ready that I can use, but does this have, oh, it does have a pointer on it. I'm wondering if a silicone tool might work a little better. So we're going to try to do a heart again. Okay, so I feel like it definitely was easier to draw with the silicone tool. The silicone tool took a lot more of the paint off though. So I feel like you're going to want to make sure whatever you're using doesn't remove too much. So this one, like I said, we were going to do a little heart, but now we're just kind of doing some funky patterns on the nail to see what we can get. And we're going to see what that turns out to be. So it spreads out and it's so trippy. It almost has it where it like wells up on the nail. You know, like you can make all these different patterns. Let's do the pink again. I feel like I went a little crazy. And instead of trying to draw a heart with this silicone tool, I'm just going to try to draw a few little like weird patterns in the nail and see what we get. So we're going to let that do its thing for a sec, right? So here it is. And you can see, like, I'll bring it as close as I can. It's starting to pull away. That is just such a trip. And again, with the silicone tool, it takes more of the color off of it. And you get that effect a little quicker. So, like, let's go ahead and do a little and a little and give it a second. And that is trippy as hell. I mean, think about chroming that, how fucking cool that would look with chrome on it, right? And you can see it doing it. And they're starting to get closer to each other. We could do one there. Take a little off and it'll start like opening up. Okay, so we're gonna put that in now. I like how that one looks. So we've got our silver on the black, which is wild as hell. And now we have our nude. So let's see, what should we try on the nude? Let's try some red. Should we do red? Maybe purple. I really like the purple. Do you think we should do purple? I want it to show up really well. So let's clean this brush off and see what we get. Now, it's no wipe. Oh my gosh, it's fully no wipe as well. Oh, that is so cool. I'm so excited about this. This is so much fun, honestly, y'all. If you don't have this stuff, you should get it. Again, they have it on Saracen. You can use my discount code to save yourself 10%. But I would get these. These are going to be so fun to play with. Wait till you see the pink one coming out of the light. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you ready? I'm so excited about this. Look at how wild that looks. It's so cool. All right, so again, I want to get the pink off of the brush. I don't want any pink in my purple. Ooh, I feel like my brush has a little stuff stuck to it. Interesting. All right, so we're going to do a little purple here, picking up some of the purple. Now on this one, I'm just going to kind of make, like, I want this to be this part to have the purple on it, right? I don't want the whole nail to have purple on it. So I'm just kind of putting it where I want it to on the nail. So I just put it in the middle on here. Right? And we're going to use, so far we've used a plastic orange wood stick and we used our silicone tool. And now I'm going to get, oh, let's close this before we hurt ourselves because this just looks like it would be something that Teresa's going to hurt herself with. What else should we try? I have this very, very fine dotting tool, right? So we're going to try to do that. And we're just going to kind of do a spiral and see what happens. I don't know if those inner ones are going to, because I feel like it didn't take any of the purple off, which you do need to take some of the color off to get it to work. So, drew a little spiral. We're going to let that spiral do its thing. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to show you the pink. Again, no wipe, not sticky at all. You can 100% cover this if you wanted to, but I think part of the fun of this nail and this product is the feel of it. Because I mean, look at that. So that was my first flower I tried. So that was the first thing we did. And then we did with the pink here. And now we're letting the purple just kind of sit and do its own thing. I want to see how much it will spread out. Because it's starting, you can see it's starting to spread. I want to see how big it will spread out for us. So we have an idea of how we need to use this product. It's interesting. So my spiral is not spreading out as much as I thought it would, and I'm wondering if it's because this is so thick, right? So maybe it's too thick. on this nail specifically, I've laid it on a little too thick possibly. Because I can see it trying to, but I also see that the edges of the paint are kind of making it stay where it would sort of spread out. So, well, that was odd. I just had a light go out. I don't know if you'll be able to tell that or not, but yeah, that was trippy. I am just feathering out the edges of this to see how that affects the design that we've created. Is it going to get any larger now? Or is it one of those things like you truly need to cover the whole nail? I think we might need to cover the whole nail, to be honest with you. Wait, did I put... Y'all, you know why this isn't working? I forgot to put a coat of the clear base on it. No wonder. Oh my gosh. I was like, something's not right here. Why is this purple not spreading as much as everything else? I realized I forgot to put the base on. So that goes to show you, if you do not put your base on, it will not work. You need the base. So let's put our base on. I totally spaced on it. I was like, what is going on? Something's not right with this one. It's, you know what it is that leave is such, it's got such a high gloss when it comes out. It's so beautiful that I did not even remember, because of the shine, that I had not put this on. So again, 30 seconds in the lamp is how long we put it in for. I'm going to put the lid on here just so I don't make a mess. So we've got a white, a yellow, a pink, a black, a green, a brown, another pink, a red, and, oh wait, sorry, that's not black, that was silver. That silver is going to just confuse the heck out of me, I swear. All right, so we've got our 30 seconds. We're going to, again, grab a little bit of this purple. I don't want to grab a lot because I'm trying to do that where I keep it right in the middle like we were saying the first time. So I just want to kind of make it nothing too perfect or, you know, uniform. Just a splash of the color. Take the extra off because I don't want to waste it. Because I want to try, like I said, to draw a spiral. Can definitely tell the difference already in it, right? Because it's just moving so much easier. Now, this might be too small of a tool to be using it. So let's try, because this is supposed to be a spiral, right? Let's try that again, shall we? It's easy enough just to, if you don't like what you have, and I think I might want to make this larger. I think that might make it easier on me and my spiral abilities. I feel like your initial pattern, whatever you put, if you're trying to, like I was doing a spiral, you don't want to put it to your lines too close to each other. You want them to be farther apart. So we're going to try that, and we're going to leave that and let it sit and see what happens. I can already see it moving. It's separating out. So we're going to leave it on camera while we do this so you can see it. Play focus. There we go. I want you to focus on the nail and not the nail stand. So you can actually see it working. It's getting ready to, like that one section I feel like is getting ready to pull away. Don't know if it'll pull away all the way just because it was a little thicker. But you can absolutely see it working. Now, I have no idea. I feel like I just ruined that, which I did. But you know what? It's okay because look, we can do it again. This is so much, oh crap, so much fun to play with. I'm going to have to clean that up. But let's try it with the silicone tool and see how that works for our spiral. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I feel like the silicone tool takes a lot more of the gel off. So you kind of have to be aware of that, right? It almost looks like a smiley face. I'm having too much fun playing with this. All right, this is going to be our last one. So we've tried it with the silicone tool. We've tried it with a plastic orange wood tool. We have not tried it with a wooden one. So let's do that, shall we? See how that goes. So here is our wooden orange stick. See how well that goes on this. I can't tell if I have a fuzzy on there. I might. Feel like the wood has worked the best of any of it, to be honest with y'all. See how it, like, I mean, the wood was easy to use. Okay, I'm going to, this is our last try on the purple. We're just going to do like a weird, like, pattern, like paint pattern like this, okay? Now I'm covering the whole nail, I've decided. So we're going to cover our whole nail after all. I'm having too much fun playing with this. All right, so a nice coat. And the wood seemed to work the best for us. So we're going to do like a little spiral in the middle. Right? And then maybe a star over here. Not the greatest star. Let's see if we can fix our star. Let's just do a hashtag, kind of like, not a hashtag, but a little star like that, shall we? And then maybe a little moon over here. So like a crescent moon shape. So the thing I've noticed, you need to kind of get it on your first try. You can't go back and try to fix what you had there, right? So like here, kind of just want a little wiggle, and I tried to fix it, right? But when you do that, if you notice, it pulls the gel, and it's kind of hard to get that shape that you were wanting. So we're doing a little circle here, and maybe a little, and we've lost our star completely on the side here. So that is one thing I would say. Slightly thicker, not as thin as I have it. I think it needs to go on a little bit thicker. I think that's going to help us. So we're going to do a spiral in the middle and a little star here. few little ones on the edges, and we're just going to kind of let it sit for a second and see what we get. I said I was going to let it sit, but then I decided I wanted a little. It doesn't take a lot. Like, you're not doing, like, moving a lot when you do these. It's just a little bit of product that you're moving. And it starts to spread out and give you such a wild look. I mean, look at that. Is that crazy or what? And you can watch it happen. Like, right on camera, we can watch it separate and move. All right. On this one, I feel like, I wonder if I can get a little of this product to come back to the edge of the nail. A little. Just because I wanted a little of that purple around the edge there. Isn't it crazy? All right, we're gonna put it in. Let's put our lid on. We had way too much fun playing with that. This video is much longer than it actually needed to be, I think, probably, but I don't care because these are cool. You've got to get these. If you have a chance, I would definitely recommend getting the hide and seek gels from Motives. They are so cool. I mean, look at that. Look at how freaking wild that is. And this is our first one. So like with this one, I feel like what we could have done is gone around the edges like I did with that pink one just now, or purple, and like pulled the silver to the edges. But see here, I tried to do it like these are the first ones. This one I tried to do a second time and it's got a little bit left here. So for my first try, I'm happy with them. They are so much fun to play with. They are so freaking cool. Again, no stick. Again, I don't know why I keep saying again. I'm so sorry, folks. It's one of those filler words that I really need to work on. I'm just going to wipe it down with top coat, or sorry, with alcohol, because even though it's a no wipe, you should still wipe down with alcohol. It's still shiny as shiny can be. And here's our purple. So cool. Wiping it down. Now, let's put a top coat on one of these and see what it looks like with a top coat. Again, it is definitely not sticky at all. I wiped it down, but I'm still going to put a top coat on these and see what it looks like. I don't want to put too much of a top coat on, like too thick, right? Because some of the fun of this is the 3D aspect of it. So I'm going to put that in to cure. Let's put one on our pink one as well. So I feel like it's going to make it just that much shinier, but I am doing this a little bit thinner. Go. I don't want to put it too thick. I don't want it to well up in the clear in the areas where there is no polish though, right? You definitely want to get that fun 3D look to it. We'll pop that one in. Here is our flower. It's not a flower, it's a spiral. It just kind of looks slightly flower-ish, and all of a sudden it turned into a flower in my head. So here was our spiral initially. And I'm top coating that as well. I just like how shiny the top coat makes everything look. I'll be honest, I'm all about the shine. I love my shine. Talk about the shine line on a nail all the time so that you can tell if it's got any imperfections or is bumpy. This one obviously is not going to have a straight shine line because of the fact that this is a very 3D product. Gosh, that is so crazy looking. I just love how it looks. Just making sure I've got everything covered. I don't want to put too much product on, like I said. I feel like I'm almost dry brushing initially. And then we're going to let that go in there. 60 seconds. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So here is the black with the silver on it. Very fun. Super crazy shiny. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Hold on, let me get a drink. So sorry about that. And then here is our purple on the nude. And last but not least, put the purple in for a little longer. The pink on the white. I'll be honest, I think this is my favorite. It's so trippy. It almost looks like a brain kind of thing to me. So again, this is the Hide and Seek collection by Mostive. Mostive? Yes, I think it's Mostive. 10 different colors. I got this from Saracen for 55,000 won, which roughly works out to be about $40 US. I am an ambassador for Saracen, and I have a code you can use to save yourself some money. It is MisTe, MISTE, to save yourself 10%. Please, by all means, let me know what you think. Will you try this product? Will you be purchasing it? I am really glad I picked it up. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is definitely, I feel like, by the third nail, I had a better idea of how to use the product and play with it a little bit more. Hence the reason we tried so many different little designs and used different pieces, different instruments. The wooden orange stick, I feel like worked the best of all of them. Of everything I try, I feel like the wood worked the best. The silicone is going to give you the most dramatic because it's going to remove some of it. And then this was with our dotting tool. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please remember to comment below. Let me know, have you tried this? Will you try this? What color should we try next? Would you like me to try something? Let me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and I really appreciate it. With that, I want to wish you all peace, love, and joy. Bye.
Fixing colors, designs on the go.